When you're ready. Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Meet the Bergs. Fade in, exterior, North Atlantic day. It is a sunny December day in the North Atlantic. There is a light breeze making it a little chilly. Very good conditions for an iceberg. Teresa Berg and her son Joey Berg are floating quite stationary, enjoying the sunshine.
It's a lovely day, isn't it, Joey?
Well, yes, it is, Mom. I love just floating around, stationary, and enjoying the sunshine.
Beats being thrown in the rough storms.
Oh, yes. I threw up in the last storm. My first one a month ago, it positively reduced my size.
Not sure losing size is a positive thing.
Oh, just a turn of phrase, Mom. I am quite sad about losing bits of me during a storm.
That's aging, sweetheart.
Oh, so how old are you, Mom?
Well, I don't rightly know, but probably on the positive side of 2,000 years.
Really? Where are you from?
From one of the approximately 100 tidewater glaciers of West Greenland that lie between the Jacobshaven and Humboldt glaciers.
So how old am I?
You're about 2 months old, so a baby and such a cute one.
Oh, Mom, how did I come to be?
Well, Joey, a shade over 2 months ago, there was an enormous storm. Lots of high waves, thunder, and lightning. You know, you've seen a few now. There was a clash with another iceberg, and voila, there you were.
Oh, so who crashed into you?
Oh, your aunt, Beatrice. She became a mother too.
Oh, Auntie B. So is it right to say she delivered me?
Yes, you could say that. A sort of a midwife.
Oh, I must remember to thank her.
Yes, you must.
So how big is our family?
Oh my goodness, where do I begin? Let's start with Uncle Bert. He's ancient.
How old is he?
Oh, about 3,000 years old.
Goodness.
Has anyone told you about his claim to fame?
No one so far.
Well, back in the early 20th century, he was out there on a dark, still night, minding his own business, when he was thumped by a bloody great ship.
Oh, that must have hurt.
Oh, it did.
But he's so small. I can't believe he took down a massive ship.
He wasn't that small when the ship took him, but as a rule, as we grow older, we get smaller. That's why you're so massive and I am not.
Why is that?
Well, over time we melt, we have bits fall off of us, wildlife take chunks off of us, and the worst of all, some of us get studied by humans.
That seems a little intrusive.
It is. I really don't like holes being dug into me. I have so many holes in me. I'm beginning to look like Swiss cheese.
Very holy, then.
You could say that, although I'm not too religious. Would you like to meet Uncle Bert?
Oh, yes, please. He sounds like a legend.
Oh gosh, yes. We're all very proud of him. To be hit by an enormous ship and live to tell the tale.
Well, how do we find him?
We kind of float around and eventually we'll run into him.
Isn't that a little bit dangerous?
Oh, I don't mean literally. Typically, when we get close to another berg, the waves we throw out act as a buffer and keeps us apart.
Oh, so it's like a natural thing.
Yes, thank goodness for nature.
Well, it sounds like I'm gonna have to wait to see.
It's really down to luck, Joey. Can't really tell who we're going to bump into, so to speak. The last I heard, Uncle Bert was just off the coast of Greenland having a whale of a time.
What's he doing to have such a great time?
No, sweetie, he's playing with whales. You know, the creatures, whales.
Oh, can we do that?
Have you not seen whales?
Not yet.
Not in a couple of months?
Oh, no, not really. I have seen a bunch of dolphins. Remember you pointed them out about a month ago?
Oh, yes. I guess my memory must be going.
Oh, don't say that. You've got many more years ahead of you.
Nice of you to say, sweetie, but I am growing old.
Oh, yes, you told me about size and all that.
Oh, sweetie, don't be sad. Circle of life.
It is sad. So before you completely melt away, can we arrange to meet Uncle Bert?
Okay, let me find out exactly where he is and when he's coming back.
Teresa looks around and spots Martha about a mile away.
Hey, Martha, how's it going?
Martha is dozing about a mile away, hears her name being called and wakes up.
Huh? Who's calling? What do you want?
Oh, grumpy, isn't she?
That she is. Hello, Martha. It's me, Teresa. Over here.
Ah, Teresa. Oh, you must tell me more hello. Was having such a lovely dream.
Sorry to disturb. You must tell me more sometime.
Will do. What can I do for you?
Do you know where Bert is exactly?
Well, last I heard, he was about 1,000 miles southwest of Greenland and catching the Greenland current back here.
Oh, any idea when he'll be back?
He should be here very shortly, actually. I also heard he'd enlisted some whales to push him along. Looks like you lucked in.
That's great news.
Is that Joey?
Yes, Martha. Say hello, Joey. You'll have to shout a bit. Her sound responders have turned to icicles.
Hi, Aunt Martha.
Hello, Joey. We are really happy you came to be. We're all very thrilled.
Thanks, Aunt Martha. Mom told me you were such a great dancer in your day.
She told you that? Maybe about 1,000 years ago, but I tend to keep that quiet.
That's so interesting. Can you teach me?
Ah, sweetheart, I think I'm a little too old for that. Not enough buoyancy to show serious moves.
Buoyancy?
Keeps us upright. I might flip over and expose my backside. Very undignified for a lady my age.
It wouldn't be a pretty sight and quite R-rated for Joey, I'm afraid.
Best we don't do that. But I will let Lisa know. She is an amazing dancer.
Lisa, eh?
Who's Lisa, Mom?
Oh, she's your second cousin. Very pretty, untouched by any living soul.
No one or nothing has ever landed on her. No holes drilled, and not a seal or polar bear has dared so far.
She sounds quite formidable.
That girl has steep sides and slippery as hell. Anyway, did you want me to let her know?
Can I, Mom?
Of course you can. Maybe after you get lessons, you can teach me.
Oh, sure, Mom.
You wouldn't mind?
No. It will be great, but I wouldn't wanna upend you.
Oh, you won't. I have great buoyancy. Your father always commented on it. To be honest, I think he was a little jealous.
What happened to Dad?
Well, your dad was a little bit of an explorer.
What's an explorer?
Basically, finding out things we don't already know.
Oh, I thought collectively we knew everything.
Nice that you think so, but no. Your dad had this feeling that something wasn't right about the salinity of the seawater.
What's that?
Salinity? Well, simply put, it's the amount of salt in the ocean. We are made of fresh water so we can taste the salinity.
Wow. So much to learn.
So your dad went exploring to find out why the salinity was getting less. He ventured south, where it gets really hot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I heard rumors he melted, but he was a careful Berg. He knew to stay north of the 40-degree latitude line.
Did he?
I hope he didn't misunderstand and went through the equator to the 40-degree latitude line south of the equator. He most definitely would have bit the dust.
Evaporated?
Oh, you know about evaporation.
I did at school yesterday.
We're waiting to get this report if he managed to write one. He was a brave Berg. I do miss him.
I would have liked to have met him.
He would have liked you, Joey.
Well, stay positive, Mom. You never know. He may have caught the Gulf Stream back to the North Atlantic.
You know about the Gulf Stream also?
Oh, yes, Mom. They teach us so much.
Sounds like it.
Both Teresa and Joey noticed a little bit of a celebration going on close by. Bert has returned from Greenland.
Teresa Berg has just arrived. Let's go see him and introduce Joey.
Sounds great.
Well, I can't wait to meet him, Mom.
Okay, let's go. Martha, want to give a couple of whales a call to lend a hand?
We use whales to get around?
Yes, of course. We can't just rely on currents.
Way cool.
Poovies foos nu en neer a pee boo pluft tree
Mom, is that French?
Yeah, the whales speak French. Would you believe? She speaks amazing whale.
What did she say?
Can you take us to Bert, please? Me, Teresa, and Joey?
We'll be doing whale language module next week.
Perfect. I have forgotten a lot of whale lingo.
They're on their way to give us a little push.
Oh, here they are. And we're on the way.
Oh, it tickles, Mom.
Having fun.
Oh, yes, Mom.
Teresa, Joey, and Martha are slowly pushed by three whales towards Bert. They reach Bert and slowly urge the whales to push them to the front of the gathered throng. Bert spies Martha, Teresa, and Joey.
Hello, Martha and Teresa, and well, this must be little Joey.
You know of me, Uncle Bert?
Oh, yes, Joey. Good news travels fast. Those dolphins, they just can't stop talking. But in your case, I'm glad that they did keep talking.
I am so honored, Uncle Bert.
It's not often we have new Bergs come by. Hey, Teresa, good to see you again. You must be so proud.
Oh, I am. It is so good to see you again. It's been a while.
Almost 50 years, I think. The world has changed, my dear. There's so much more rubbish in the air.
Yes, I have noticed. My brilliant white is not so brilliant anymore.
I have noticed. Hello, Martha. You haven't changed a bit.
Liar. But nice of you to say. So, what have you been up to?
Well, you will have noticed I have a few more holes in me since the last time we met.
You're right. A science project, aren't you, Bert?
It would appear so. I could say I am only half the Berg I used to be, but it would sound like such a cliche.
Yes, Bert. You have lost a whole bunch of you over the years.
Did you know, Joey? Once upon a time, your Uncle Bert had a massive inlet. It was a natural harbor. The Romans used it, then the Vikings, and most recently, those Nazis.
Who are those, Mom?
Oh, you haven't done that yet, but you will.
Anyway, young Joey, I understand you wanted to ask me a question.
Uncle Bert, Mom told me you'd been hit by a ship.
Yes, Joey, it was just over 100 years ago. I remember it well. There I was minding my own business, a little drowsy, ready to call it a night, and then boom,
Wow, Uncle.
blindsided me. This ruddy, great big ship took a massive chunk out of me.
Goodness. What did you do?
Not much I could do. How many years of the darn collision took off my existence and then fell asleep after overcoming my shock?
What happened to the ship?
No idea. I am assuming it carried on, but I heard on the grapevine it sank. That was only 10 years ago.
Yeah, the grapevine grows pretty slowly in the Arctic Circle.
Still pretty sad to learn the ship sank.
That it was.
So anyway, it's water under the bridge or under the Berg, so to speak. But an interesting story, nevertheless.
Gosh, yes, Uncle. Very interesting. I hope no one crashes into me.
Ah, you'll be fine, Joey. No one's going to run into you. They're so sophisticated these days.
Really, Bert?
Oh, yes. I've seen gizmos on Bergs that identifies them. I haven't got one because I'm so small, but it wouldn't surprise me if Joey doesn't get one. He's massive.
Well, we will just wait on that. Anyway, it's Joey's bedtime.
Aw, Mom, can't we stay awake for a little longer?
It's school tomorrow, Joey, so say goodnight to your Uncle Bert. You'll see him again. Bert, you'll be around for a while, right?
Oh, yes. For another 100 years or so, unless I completely fade away.
Oh, don't talk like that. There's at least a couple of centuries left in you.
Thanks, Teresa. Well, see you soon, Joey, and have a great night. Stay frosty.
Will do, Uncle. Good night.
Good night, Bert. See you soon.
Good night, Bert. Come over sometime for some fresh water.
I'd like that, Martha. Let's hook up for some time next week after all this hoo-ha has died down. Still have to meet the dignitaries. Yawn.
Comes with the territory, Bert. You sink a ship, your name becomes famous.
Or infamous.
Anyway, see you next week. Good night.
Yes. Good night, Martha.
Martha, Teresa, and Bert leave with their respective whales pushing them to where they came from. Fade out. The end.